from 5 and we'll go on your.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you. I'd like to welcome you to the Community Development Advisory Committee meeting today, July the 28th. How's everybody doing today?
Well, thank you.
We have a new member that is on the line with us today. We have Dr. Shauna Nefus-Webb. Shauna, welcome. Would you like to tell us just briefly how you came to be here with us on the advisory committee?
She doesn't seem to be online.
Y'all hear me?
There she is. There she is.
Shauna, we can't hear you.
Now, we lost your audio.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, there you are.
Okay, I'm sorry. It kicked me off. I apologize.
It's okay. Hi.
Hello. I'm Dr. Shauna Nefus-Webb. I work at Milligan University. I teach in the counseling program. I have a 3-year-old named James. My partner, Michael, he works at East Tennessee State. Anything else you want to know?
That's fine. We're glad that you're here with us, and we'll do more formal introductions at a later date.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Vernon, there you are.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Raymond has no link and no thing to hook up. We're on my phone.
Okay.
Okay, is he with you right now, or?
He's right beside me.
Okay.
Hi, Raymond. We
Hey,
want
Raymond.
to welcome you also.
Or you can talk to him.
Hello,
Hi.
this is Raymond. I'm trying to get my phone going on this meeting, but I cannot find the meeting ID or the passcode to get in. So I've been struggling for about 15 minutes.
Oh no. Well, if you and Vernon are okay to share.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Christina, can you do the roll call now?
Yes. Okay. Ronald Crockett.
Here.
Spence Flag.
Here.
Raymond Hill.
Raymond here.
Come on here.
Ella is absent tonight, but she did email that she had to work late for the state of Tennessee. Vernon Perry Jr.
Junior, he's right here.
I'm here.
Marjorie Kessler.
I'm here.
Shauna Nefus-Webb.
I'm here.
Stephen Willinger.
I'm here.
And Dan Witcher.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay. Christina, would you like for me to do the discussion of the necessity for conducting the electronic meeting, or would you like to?
Up to you, Chairwoman.
Okay. Part of it's hidden by my pictures on my screen. So can you read it to it?
Yeah, of course. Sure. Governor Lee's Executive Order number 16, which has been extended through August 29, 2020 by Executive Order numbers 34 and 51, suspended the provisions on the Open Meetings Act to the extent necessary to allow governing bodies to conduct their essential business by electronic means, rather than being required to gather a quorum of members physically in the same location. The governing body should make the determination that meeting electronically is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. At this time, it would be appropriate for the members to discuss whether they believe that meeting electronically is necessary and vote accordingly. If the members do not agree that meeting electronically is appropriate at this time, then this meeting should be adjourned until such time as the members can meet in person. So we're going to do a roll call vote, and if you agree, please say yes, and if not, you may say no. Ron Crockett.
I prefer to meet in person so I can get it over with. I vote yes.
Thank you very much. Spence Flag,
Yes.
Raymond Hill. Did we lose him?
They dropped offline.
Okay. Marjorie Tester,
Yes.
Shauna Nefos Webb,
Yes.
Stephen Willinger,
Yes.
and Daniel Witcher.
Yes.
And you do have your quorum.
Thank you. Okay, the next order of business would be the approval of the minutes from our June the 9th meeting. Has everyone had a chance to review those minutes? And do we have any discussion about those minutes?
No.
Okay. Do we have a motion to accept those minutes as presented? And then can we have a second, please?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Spence. Okay, Christina, do you do the roll call?
Let's do it one more time, guys. So Ronald Crockett,
Yes.
Spence Flag,
Yes.
Raymond Hill. Not here yet. So Vernon's on. Marjorie Tester,
Yes.
Shauna Nefos Webb. Shauna, you with us?
Her mic's turned off.
Yikes.
She muted.
Yes.
Shauna, okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Steve Willinger
Yes.
Yes.
and Daniel Witcher.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. The next order of business is an update from Christina about the CDBG CV funding request.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's happening since our last meeting. The recommendations that you gave to City Council for approval were presented and were approved as presented. So congratulations, they did that at their July City Council meeting. So I have, staff has updated and submitted the 2019 CDBG substantial amendment to HUD. And I'm happy to say that it was approved late last night. We got the contracts and everything this morning. So it has been approved. And our next steps include an exempt environmental review, which is a very short environmental review, but each one will still take about an hour, I would say, to do. We'll do contracts with each of the organizations, and then the reimbursement process will begin. And HUD would like the projects to conclude by the end of the year.
Christina, what is the environmental review? What are environmental reviews, please?
So all federal money has to have an environmental review, no matter what it's for. So if we are doing a housing rehab project, there's about a 15 step procedure that I go through on each project, saying that it will not affect wildlife in the area, that we are not in the flood zone, that the state historic preservation office has approved us to make these changes. And that we're meeting noise requirements. So on the environmental review, if we don't pass the environmental review for each project, then we basically have to petition HUD to do the project, or we just don't do it at all. But what we have to do with a lot of these public service requests, all of these actually are going to be exempted environmental reviews, which I still have to put in how far we are from the nearest coastal barrier, airport, and where they are in a flood zone. So no matter what, you have to put in those three project portions. So it is called an exempted review.
All right, thank you.
Sure, thank you. The only other thing I'd like to tell you is that the Chamber of Commerce Discover Bristol letter has been completed and is awaiting signature to be submitted to HUD for the waiver. Okay, any questions about the update? I think we'll be able to start reimbursing people here in the next couple of weeks. So really short time frame here to get this moving.
Okay, one question. I believe in Bristol was 17.5 what they requested and we gave
Correct.
12.5. Okay.
Yes. So in the red is what they requested, and then obviously in the black is what we recommended and was approved.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay. Chairman Tester, do you want me to move on?
That'll be great. Next on the agenda.
Okay, so discussion of the 5-year consolidated plan for our Bristol, Tennessee Community Development Block Grant and for the Northeast Tennessee Virginia Home Consortium. I want to take this in 4 parts. So we have the summary of the objectives and outcomes identified in the plan. We have the evaluation of our past performance as a program. The summary of citizen participation and process. Consultation would be like reaching out and working with our community agencies and Bristol Housing. Hey, Steve, thanks for all your help with this. And summary of public comments thus far. So first and foremost, the objectives that have objectives and outcomes identified from doing the document. And I'm just going to read these real quick. The expansion of first-time homeownership opportunities for very low and moderate income households. These are things that we need to focus on, basically. Expand opportunities to qualified very low and moderate income homeowners to rehabilitate their homes to correct minor and major code violations. Expand rental housing opportunities to qualified very low and moderate income households. Develop transitional and supportive housing for at-risk clients. That would be our homeless, veterans. Develop new single-family housing units within the consortium. Assist in the expansion of support services for the at-risk population. Neighborhood revitalization through improving housing stock, removing dilapidated structures, installing sidewalks and recreational facilities, thus creating viable, thriving neighborhoods. And last but certainly not least, assist with economic development opportunities through the creation or expansion of job opportunities for low and moderate income people. The second part is the evaluation of our past performance. I'm happy to report that in the last 5 years, since the last consolidated plan was done, we in the Home Consortium have spent just under $5 million. And we have assisted 86 first-time home buyers into home ownership with down payment assistance. We have performed 41 substantial rehabs or reconstructions and multiple home ownership and affordable housing unit opportunities through working with our community housing development organizations. Additionally, for CDBG, we've spent just under $1 million, and we have been able to assist 39 homeowners for emergency and substantial home rehabs, 17 demolitions, and over 60 families have been helped with the public service funding through the YWCA daycare center. Multiple sidewalk projects in qualifying census tract areas, and basically all happened in the last couple of years. So I'm really pleased with what we are reporting as our past performance to HUD. Summary of citizen participation process and consultation process. So we started this consolidated plan process last summer, and we started reaching out to people, and this is kind of what we've done thus far. So preliminary meetings of local housing and community development and community support service entities in September and October. 2019 on needs and resources. Advertised our first public hearing in August and held the hearing in September 2019. If you guys recall, this was your first meeting back last year. We had a public hearing. We had a community survey via SurveyMonkey that was open for public input from November 8th through December 31st, 2019, which we did have 112 participants, which was good. We held meetings with Housing and Community Development Advisory Committee, you guys, local governing bodies, and local housing development and community service entities in the fall, winter, and spring 2020 on our community service support needs. We participated in multiple Bristol coordinated community, that's what I'm calling it, needs meetings discussing the needs of homelessness and at-risk populations for housing and support services coordinated through Bristol's Promise. We presented to the Continuum of Care, which is the Appalachian Regional Coalition on Homelessness is our Continuum of Care, or our COC, just earlier this month, 2020. We advertised our public hearing on this proposed 5-year plan strategy last week, and it has also been advertised in various locations throughout the consortium. Kingsport, Bristol, Virginia, and Johnson City have also done their advertisements. And city staff sit on multiple community organizations to support and encourage ongoing efforts throughout each community. Okay, last one. So far, we've heard that we need more resources for affordable housing, particularly for very low income and special need persons and households. There's a greater need for support wraparound services for special needs populations, such as people with disabilities, veterans, that should say homeless persons, non-public funding for affordable housing and support services through our community investment tax credits and community development financial institution loan funds. We don't really use that in Bristol, not that we shouldn't, but Johnson City and Kingsport use those fund investments more than we do. There is a need for 1-bedroom rental units for low-income households, more affordable housing in each community, and basically, the 30-day comment period will run from August 4th through September 4th, and I'm sure that we will receive additional public comments. I did want to leave you with this. It's a 300-page document, but it's important to remember that Bristol, Tennessee, as lead entity, for the HUM Consortium include adjacent units of local government and the non-housing community development needs included in this plan. The consortium is made up of contiguous jurisdictions that all work together on a continuing basis in order for the consortium to be successful in administering its funds and providing necessary services. The consortium will continue to interact with public entities to ensure coordination and cooperation in the implementation of the consolidated plan in order to maximize the funds and services to the residents we serve. So I feel like it's very important that you guys know how much that we do work together, and that the consortium is really a team effort. Okay, within the 5-year consolidated plan is a 1-year action plan. Every year we do a 1-year action plan, but this year with the 5-year, this is just kind of thrown in for 2020. So HUD's year 2020 just started in July, okay? This will be a different fiscal year for the city. It would be 21. So it's a little confusing, but this is HUD 2020 year. These are what we are recommending for you guys to propose to City Council next week. So the CDBG entitlement funds came to $197,163. We put a majority of that money in the housing rehab pot, so to say, because we feel like that's where the need is in Bristol, are those emergency and substantial rehabs at this time. We're still going to do the neighborhood stabilization and sustainability, which is our demo and the infrastructure such as the sidewalks, but that has just under $100,000 in carryover. So we feel like for 2020, it's fine to move forward with those projects using the carryover funds. The YWCA, you guys discussed approving that back in your meeting in March for the $25,000 of public service money. And then, of course, administration is 20% of the total grant. That's for CDBG. For the home consortium, we will receive $1,136,509. And there is, you'll see down there, everybody's percentages, and that is an agreed upon percentage that we've used for years. The only one that isn't a percentage is Bluff City, and they just get a flat 10,000 rate. But basically, so the percentage is already figured out, and then each one of the individual communities tells the consortium administrators, which is the City of Bristol, Tennessee, and the First Tennessee Development District, how they want their money split up. If they want that funding to go into rehab reconstruction, or if they want that funding to go into home ownership. So that's really not our decision. That's really up to that local community and what they're dealing with. Are there any questions?
This is Ron. I have a few questions.
Oh, goodness.
I think if you go back to the original report, the clarification about persons being homeless persons is also required. I stumbled over that. So
Okay.
the basic document itself
Okay.
only refers to persons, and I was confused by
Sorry, that should be homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless.
I'm wondering on page 69 of the report if it's worth mentioning our cooperation with Bristol, Virginia on the Envision program, as that is also a HUD program. And I think it's very important. We're the first community in the 2 states, I think in the country, to have something across state lines. And that's indicative of the kind of cooperation we have in Bristol.
We can definitely add that. That Envision Center is mentioned in there several times, but yeah, we can definitely add it wherever you feel.
It was on page 69 in particular when you're talking about the day center.
Okay, thank you.
And for everyone's benefit, will you please define moderate income as it applies to these funds?
Yeah, so moderate income would be 80% of AMI, which is your annual median income. So that is a moderate income household.
Okay, that's what I thought, but new members may want to be aware of that. And what is our annual median income?
It's just under 55,000, I believe.
So what, 55 times 80%?
And that's a family income, correct?
Yes, it's for the household, for the whole, and however many people's living in the house.
Whoever's living there, yeah, got it.
44,000
Okay.
is what that 80% of 55.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have it printed off, Ron, but I do have it at my office, right beside my desk, but I don't have it right here for you.
No,
Hey,
I just wanted everyone to have a general idea of what that meant.
Good, thank you.
I do have a question. In each of these, it talks about, or several about home ownership.
Yes.
And being able, what kind of assistance is there? I don't want to drag it out, but.
That's okay. We offer down payment assistance up to $10,000, depending on the income level and the amount of the home. So it can range anywhere from $2,500 up to $10,000. We also pay for a $250 inspection to make sure that the home is decent. And we pay for the home buyer to go to a homeowner, like a class at Eastern 8 for a Saturday. So
Right, teaches them how to handle it and all that.
correct.
Could you send me the information on that particular program
Sure.
when you have a chance?
Yeah, it's all online, but I'll be glad to send it to you.
Oh, just if you'll send me the link.
Yeah.
That's all. I'd like, because I bump into those folks that really need help, and this is kind of a new source.
Sure thing.
Thank you. God bless America.
I have another brief comment that's sort of related to this general topic. You know, when you look at the percentage of homeowners in our area, we rank very high in the country. 82% of those households in our area own their own homes.
Yeah, very good. Very
Only
good.
18% are rentals or something else. Compare that with some of the northern cities where the ratio is more like 50-50. It's really kind of unique. I think it is probably pretty typical in the South. And I don't know, I don't have the statistics, but I thought that particular statistic was worth noting.
How big of a territory does that refer to? An area? Is that regional, Northeast Tennessee, or?
Yes.
The entire area of this particular consortium.
Which is the Bristol, Tennessee, Bristol, Virginia, Sullivan County, Washington County, Bluff City, Kingsport, Johnson City.
Thank you. Okay.
Christina, through Marjorie, I have a couple corrections I think we need to make.
Okay.
They're listed in the list of hindrances to home ownership. It's on page 108 is in Bristol, the Bristol list, and on page 148 is the Kingsport list. We refer to the Southern Building Code and BOCA. I think that may have come from maybe an old document because
Okay.
we haven't subscribed to those codes in probably 20 years.
Okay.
What we should have would be the International Building Code, and you can put in parentheses ICC, that's International Code Council, and I think that'll just correct some outdated references you have there.
Sorry about that. I will get that updated. Thank you, Dan.
Sure thing.
Christina.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, on page 62, we have 10 veteran assistive support housing vouchers, and those are not, it's got a 0 under VASH. So that needs to be corrected to 10.
Now, I will tell you on some of those charts, they are automatically filled in, and I have gone and done attachments with all the other community stuff. So let me double check that, Steve, but I will get that correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And do you have the numbers for Johnson City and Kingsport? I know they're not in a table right there.
I have uploaded them as attachments, so they're not there, but yes,
Okay.
they have sent these to me.
Okay, I was going to get them for you if you needed them.
No, we've got them. Thank you.
Good.
Any other comments or corrections?
No.
Any further discussion?
You want to talk about the weather or what?
Okay, so we need a motion to recommend it as presented with the corrections that have been discussed.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you,
Yes.
Vernon.
Vernon.
Yay.
I'll second that emotion.
Steve is seconding. And that also includes approving the 1-year action plan.
May I do roll call?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ron Crockett,
Yes.
Spence Flag,
Yes.
Raymond Hill,
Yes.
Vernon Perry,
Yes.
Marjorie Tester,
Yes.
Shauna Nephos Webb,
Yes.
Steve Willinger,
Yes.
Daniel Witcher.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Christina, for that presentation. Are there other matters that we would like to talk about?
I'd just like to commend our leader on putting that report together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not easy work.
Oh,
Thank you.
It's not. And the only expletive she could muster was shoe.
I heard about that, Ron.
Hey, Christina, did your little baby daughter lose a tooth?
She did actually last night. Sparkles, the tooth fairy, came to our house with
Oh.
10 whole dollars.
10? Oh, man.
much?
Our grandson just lost his tooth yesterday, but he only got 5.
Oh, you
Hey.
guys, Ruby Claire is here. She heard you ask about her tooth, so she's going to have to show you,
Let me
Stephen.
see.
Sorry.
Bring her in there so we can see.
Let's see.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Congratulations.
Hey.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for appeasing me for a second.
Yeah.
Hey, Christina,
Yes, sir.
did you say it's $10 a tooth? I'll take out my dentures for $10.
Call him
Let's
Okay,
put 'em under the
Marjorie, wrap this up.
Okay. If there are no other matters for discussion, do we hear, I think we're going to adjourn for the day. I want to thank everyone for being here and taking a few moments out of your evening to help us complete this process that we've done today. And Christina, thank you so much for your hard work. It's amazing. I really appreciate your hours.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you
Hey,
guys.
Thanks,
This was a
everybody.
great meeting. It was short to the point, and thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. See you
Have a good
soon,
evening.
hopefully in person.
See ya.
Bye.